What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the video. It's a little smudge there. Show you guys everything I'm doing, pretty much. Take you guys along for the ride with my life, fitness, cool stuff that happens in my life. Really not too niched in right now as far as like YouTube goes. I'm just gonna be myself. If you guys like it, share it, subscribe it, whatever you want to do with this, go ahead and do it. This is gonna be a fitness-based channel. Everything from nutrition, training, supplementation, but also gonna throw in some lifestyle stuff there too, because that's what you're supposed to do on YouTube, right? Just wanna bring you guys along for the ride. I got all that, I've literally drank all that so far this morning. I woke up at like 10, because when you prep, you have an insomnia, so I always wake up super late, go to bed late, wake up late. Grind success. I know you can't wake up late and be successful, but I don't believe in that. Spend my mornings kind of getting in touch with myself, reading, journaling, writing down my goals. So one thing that really encouraged me to get on YouTube is I've been putting this off for a while, but here we are. Anyways, we're starting again. And one thing that really encouraged me was I was watching Alberto Nunez. If you don't know who that is, a pro natural bodybuilder. Pretty big in the bodybuilding space, natural bodybuilding space. Really look up to that dude. He's part of the 3DMJ squad. Their stuff is sick. They were like the first book I read, the muscle and strength pyramid books that really helped me to actually learn how to train correctly. And then people like my coach Brett and other resources like Alberto Nunez. He's part of the team, but they just really, it blew my mind when it came to showing me like what you're capable of as a natural bodybuilder. That's what I hope to show people here. Even if you don't want to step on stage, that even as a natural 3 to 5 days a week, if you train correctly, you can look incredible if you do it the correct way. So that's what I hope to show you guys here on this channel. But he said something the other day in this video that I watched, and he's 30, he's like 30, mid-30s, 36, 37, I think. And he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do this for the rest of my life. You know, like I'm getting older, you know, I'm not gonna compete for the rest of my life. And it's up to these younger guys to get on here and carry on what I'm saying here and what I'm teaching here. And it was kind of like, aha moment. Like, you know, me only being 24, I'm very young in the sport of natural bodybuilding. You know, a lot of these guys, because they do it naturally, they're able to go, you know, there's guys like Jeff Alberts out there who's 48 and he's still progressing. This is a sport that's like hit me here. You know, like I love everything about training and nutrition and supplementation, and I nerd out about it. I watch so many YouTube videos about it. I just, this is what I want to do with my life. And I think that if I could just get on here and document it and just be real with you guys and girls about how I train and what works for me, what doesn't work for me, the supplements that work, the training style that works, the nutrition, everything. Like this is what I want to do in my life. I don't think you have to step on stage to be a bodybuilder. I think that everyone is a bodybuilder. That's how I like to view it. But the principles that I adhere to as a bodybuilder, you know, nutrition, training, supplementation, if you're just trying to be in better shape, it's the way to do it, man. And I just want to show you guys that. So Alberto, if you ever see this, man, I hope to meet you one day. And you've really encouraged me to kind of start this and do what you've done for me, and help other people and show them the journey, you know, because I think that fortunately there's guys out there, you know, like the 3DMJ squad and like my coach Brett, and other very, very credible sources within the industry that have shown me the right way to do things. And it's my way to pay it forward and to start this journey for other people, so that someone, when they're, you know, 17 or 18 or 19, can start training how I'm training now and not be so far behind the ball like I was. You know, like I wish I knew this style of training 6 years ago when I started. But so yeah, Alberto, I watched that video and that hit me here. Such as my coach Brett, the 3DMJ squad, all the credible sources. Matt Ogus has influenced me a lot. All the credible sources within the industry, they've really helped me to formulate a great, solid foundation for what it looks like to continually progress. You know, guys like Steve Hall over at Revive Stronger, Dr. Mike over at RP Strength, a lot of the First Form guys, Cliff Wilson, A lot of these guys, like, they've just influenced me a lot, and I want to start young and show people what the life of a natural bodybuilder can be when you progress over the years, and hopefully still do this camera thing when I'm 50, so that someone can look at my entire journey, that hey, I can do that. I can avoid that mistake. I need to train this way if I want to get that result. We're gonna go train. Commentary in 3, 2, 1.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the commentary portion of this workout. I just honestly just want to start sharing my workouts and talk about them and kind of nerd out a little bit, I guess, about what I do here in the gym, because no one probably wants to hear it in person. So I'm just going to make these videos and do it on here. So what I noticed here was with these curls, that's what they're called, when I don't bend at the hip, I get a lot better of a contraction using lighter weight with my hamstrings. Again, these aren't really working sets. These are just kind of enough to get some blood flow in there, not produce any fatigue, so I can warm up correctly. And then I go into leg extensions, same thing here, not a lot of weight, doing like 20, 25 reps, nothing fatiguing, not even coming close to feeling like any fatigue at all. Again, just getting some blood flow in there, because blood flow is super important for muscle contraction. And I just feel like my leg days go so much smoother when I warm up correctly, to take the time, the 10 to 15 minutes of cardio warm up. Then I'm doing the proper stretches, proper, movements, leg swings, stretching out my groin, stuff like this. Just really taking the extra time to warm up for 15 to 20 minutes versus going in, cold. It really, really makes a huge difference when it comes to overall performance, and just not getting injured, which is important, because if you're injured, you're not going to be able to work out at all. And if you're not able to work at all, you're not able to get the results and adhere to the plan. So if you want to adhere to the plan, you got to warm up correctly. Again, here I just kind of did these because I feel like they warm up my hamstrings and my lower back correctly. Really, really good for warming up on a lower day. And then I usually just go use the kettlebell to do some front squats here too. I like doing the front squats mainly because it warms up my quads a little bit more than it does my hamstrings and glutes. And I feel like squatting is kind of a quad dominant, can be a quad dominant if you're a high bar squatter such as myself, movement. So I'd like to do these. And then I'll also kind of sit in that position for a little bit and stretch out my groin. I didn't record that, but I do think that helps a lot. So the first thing that I went into was a squat. I didn't go straight into this. I think it's 300 pounds here. I was working for 6 sets of 4 here today. This is like the one strength movement that my coach and I have left in the split. Anything like 1 to 6 rep range I consider strength training. But we did leave a little bit of strength training there, because if you are a physique athlete, competitor or whatever, you do still want to maintain strength, as that'll allow you to really, I don't know, just have better workouts, because the stronger you are, the more weight you can move, the more overall volume you can do, the better you're going to progress. So I don't give up on strength when I do cut. And if you manage your fatigue, using the correct RIRs and RPEs throughout the weeks, you can maintain a lot of strength when you're in a deficit, and even progress in some lifts, which I feel I have personally in my squat. So nothing great. It's only 300 pounds. But I'm excited to go into the off season after that. Ooh, scary rep there. And put up some strength. Another thing is I wasn't super happy with the form on this. That's why I recorded from so many different angles. It was just because my form was like not feeling it today. I think my leverage is just changing, just because I'm getting leaner and things are just feeling different. When you lose 10, 15 pounds, your body feels different. Squats just aren't feeling quite like they used to. This is probably the first time I've really squatted in a deficit, because this is my first real prep for a show. And things are definitely starting to feel a little different. It's getting tough. Things are mentally getting exhausting. Physically, I'm exhausted. Mood is up and down. Sometimes I'll be super happy. Sometimes I'll be like, get away from me. I need carbs. Please just go away. And that's just the way it is. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing the bodybuilding show, though, is just I want to test myself. I got kind of bored with just being stagnant in my training, and just overall progression. I really wanted to push myself to the limits, and that's what bodybuilding does for me. Is it helps me to push myself past where I think I can go, mentally, because you have to have a lot of discipline to stick to your training plan and your diet plan. It's not just your diet; it's your training. You got to go in there, you got to execute. You know what you got to do, and you just got to go in there and knock it out. And I'm trying to carry some of that stuff over into my life, as far as like, okay, Ryan, there's these things you got to do in order to get to the level that you want to get to, whether it's with your coaching business or with your whatever it is, like your relationships. Like, you got to go the extra mile, and you got to be disciplined, and you got to do those things. And for me, bodybuilding that's what it is for me. It's not go on stage and look better than everyone else and flex it for the Instagram and that, like, that's cool and all. It's fun to be able to have a nice body and do all that. But for me, it's more the discipline. It's more the discipline aspect of it. It's tough, like, and that's when you grow the most and you see the most change in your body and in your life. Like, I look at parallel these two things and not separate them. It's tough. Like, and you got to go through those tough things and execute day in and day out on your plan. And if that means going hard at a 9.5, 10 RPE, awesome. If that means taking a day off, take a day off, and that carries over into overall life. And like I said kind of earlier in the video, like, I believe everyone is a bodybuilder if you're training, and it's not just to step on stage, it's to develop those disciplines that you need to be successful in life. And that's really the main reason I do bodybuilding. The second reason is because I want to show people that you can go from being 265 pounds, like I was, 3-4 years ago, to, down to 195 lean with a really just good physique. And if you train correctly and diet correctly, and I hate the word diet, if you have your nutrition, the correct way, hitting your protein every day, 1 gram per gold pound of body weight, sometimes a little more, and then your carbs and fats are consistent, from day to day, week to week, month to month. Like, you'll be so surprised at how much you can transform your body. And that's really what I show people is, like, your bodybuilding, because it is the epitome of fat loss and muscle gain. It's what you got to do. And I think that everyone would be better off just being a lifestyle bodybuilder. And that doesn't mean you got to step on stage again. It's just kind of, it's a mental discipline. Like I just talked about, I don't want to talk in circles. But I want to do it to show people, like, if I can go from 265 to 195 or 190 or 180, whatever it is, weight I end up being, it'll probably be like in the high 180s, low 190s. You can do it too at any stage of that journey. If you want to go from 270 to 250, you can do it. If you want to go from 270 to 225, you can do it. If you want to go from 270 to step on stage and hopefully get your pro card as a bodybuilder, like I'm trying to do, great. And that's the main reason I do it, is to show people, listen, like, guy, girl, whatever it is, you're capable of a lot more than where you might be right now. Maybe you don't look horrible right now. Maybe you just want to put on a little bit of muscle, or you want to change something. Like, let bodybuilding be like the catalyst for that. Let it help you develop some disciplines that you need in other areas of your life, and then change your body while you're at it. And those are really the two main reasons I do it, is just for the mental discipline side of things, and to be the example as a coach to my clients that, if I can stick to this extreme level of dieting, again, I hate the word dieting, but I guess it's okay to use in this term because it is temporary. I'm not going to eat like this for the rest of my life. There will be times where I go into a caloric surplus and try to put on some muscle. But right now, I guess you could call it a diet. But, like, yeah, if you your nutrition plan's on point, your supplementation is on point, when you have gaps in your nutrition, if you can do that, not to the crazy extent that I do it, some days, if you can do that, at a different level, you're going to see absolutely incredible results to look good by the pool or the beach, or just feel more confident overall. Maybe you feel like your face is getting a little fat. That's literally where I was at. I was like, man, my face is getting kind of fat. I got to do some cardio and lose some weight here. Not that you need to do cardio to lose weight, but you know what I mean. And then it kind of transformed into me wanting to take it to the bodybuilding level. So yeah, I know this is a workout video, so back to the workout. For abs, I would recommend anyone who wants to get better abs, weight train them. You're not going to get a blocky waist. That's total bro science BS. It's like a muscle. You would do a bicep curl with some heavy weight, anywhere in the rep range of 8 to 20 to get bigger biceps and better, more defined biceps. why wouldn't you do that with your abs? So I would recommend weight training your abs.